Hi everyone. All right, a few of you got the starter kit and it includes this 3D brush. And I know I don't have a lot of videos showing how to use this brush, so I wanted to show it to you today. So first I'm just gonna put on a little bit of my color correct. I'm gonna use this sort of pointy end to do it, and I'm just kind of like pressing it in. And for me, this is the step where I reduce my redness. And you can see I'm just kind of like pushing the makeup in. See, the redness is disappearing versus this side. And I'm not using a lot. The key with this makeup is to use very, very little. A little goes a long way. That's why these tins last as long as they last. They can last you, 3 to 6 months in some cases. After a year, you definitely want to change it up and get rid of them. So if you got makeup and you realize that you haven't used it for a year, go ahead and toss that and get some new. So I just went through and just buffed in and reduced my redness. The key to this whole thing is, for this brush, is sort of that buffing in motion. So you can see this is just color correct. Even just color correct really did wonders on my skin. I'm going to color correct a little bit on my eyelids as well. Look at that. It just toned down some of those red colors in my eyes. And we can go more deeper into color correcting if you have specific issues. Frenchie is popular for color correcting. Mango is another popular color. You can see I was just reducing, all I'm doing is reducing redness. Again, this is such a thin layer of the makeup that you don't even feel like you're wearing makeup. Nothing is supposed to be cakey. So first step, for those of you that got the 4-color with your kit. So first I'm going to hop into my main highlight, which is actually this top color. So this is the color that I matched you to that is closest to your skin tone. And with this brush, because it's not super fluffy, it's a little bit more dense, you actually just want to kind of buff in and push in the makeup. So see how I'm doing these small pushing in motions? I'm not swiping, because if I swipe, that will wipe off the makeup. I am just pushing it in. And you can see the difference and how my face has changed. Look at the smoothness compared to where I started. Isn't that amazing? Just pushing, pushing, pushing in. The first step is I go down where like a man's beard would be, and I push all this in. If you want and are able to, I definitely recommend adding a brush called the Blush and Bronzer brush. It is the quickest way to do this. In that way, you can kind of, instead of this like buffing motion that I'm doing, you can kind of just fluff it in. It's this brush that you see me use, and it's really easy for blending. I personally like it because I like to give my face a once over blend. So if you can swing it, definitely add that brush to this brush, but you can do everything with this brush as well. Again, you're just pushing in motion. And then again, I'm taking that pointy side. I am dipping into the color that is slightly brighter, and we are going to do some brightening. So again, such little makeup, really go light under your eyes. I know that it's hard and you see those imperfections that we all see, but your skin has texture and that's okay. So I am just brightening all over my eye. And again, I go super light under my eye because I don't want a lot of product under there. You can see the brightness. And I loosen it up and go lighter as I get closer to my eye. So again, this is a pressing motion. So I'm pressing in, pressing and sort of buffing in. You can see me, I'll do it slow. You can see me just pressing the makeup in all over, keeping it light. Again, do not put a lot on your brush. You don't need a lot. I'll show you this time when I dip in. You can't even see it, but look what it shows up. This brush is a little bit denser, so it actually captures a little bit more makeup than the blush and bronzer brush will, which is usually my go-to for daily makeup. But this is a pretty smooth finish. Look at that, nice and pretty and smooth. Again, if you have the fluffy brush, to me, it's easy to fluff that in. It just feels good too. So I just fluffed everything in. So add it to your list for next time as you get better with the makeup. And look at my smooth face. Isn't that crazy? This is just highlight and it feels super smooth. So the next thing that you got in your starter kit was contour. So for contour, and remember, contour is just shadowing. You're just shadowing the natural highlights in your face, so don't be scared. I'm gonna use this round brush. I'm gonna pop it into my contour. My contour is indigo. I love it. It is a little bit darker, but it is not scary. And I am gonna push the contour into my hairline. I'm not going down. You never wanna go down with contour. I'm pushing into my hairline and pushing up. So you can see, look at that natural shadow it created. And then I'm gonna go along my jawline, and this is the only time that you swipe and the only time that you push down. And you just kind of buff it in. And this really gives a slimming effect. See, natural shadow. And then I'm gonna go high on those cheekbones. You wanna stay high. You don't want anything to drag your face down. And I'm just doing a nice natural cheekbone on the side. Just again, pressing in and up. Pressing in, continuing to buff. Everything is about buffing. Buff, buff, buff. You don't wanna go down. You wouldn't wanna go down here. That will just drag your face down. You want your face lifted and bright. And if you mess up, you can just kind of go ahead in with your other colors and just kind of fix up that. Starting to sweat a little bit. It's hot. Okay, if you start to sweat, just kind of press the makeup back in. So that's it. So that is contour. You can see the natural shadows in my face. It looks super natural, really easy. And then next step is you likely got one of these beautiful cheek colors, and you can take that also using that round brush. And again, just kind of press that in. And you want to stay high. You don't want to drag your face down. You want to stay high and just press it in. This is a color called Pink Grapefruit. It's really pretty. You want to accentuate those cheeks. You just get a pretty soft finish. If you have the fluffy brush, go ahead and fluff in and press it in. If you don't, it's okay. You can add it for next time. And that's it. That's your whole face with the 3D brush, which is what most of you got in the starter kit, especially when we did the sale for it, that awesome sale. And I used my 2 highlight colors, so they're down here. 2 highlight colors, my contour color, and then I used my, wrong one. I used my cheek color. So this is my 4 color face, super simple, super easy, super light. I went really, really slow and gave you lots of detailed instructions, and I am at 10 minutes right now. So I just did my whole face talking to you in 10 minutes. So if you could do it, if I did it in 10 minutes talking, you could do it not talking in probably 5 minutes and be ready to go. And then just pop on some mascara, put an eyeshadow if you want, you don't have to, and you're good to go. That is my easy 4-minute face. If you have a lip gloss, pop that guy on. A little finish. I'm using La Sienna, which I love. Really super light. Obviously, I use it a lot. That's it. 4-minute face, 5-minute face, I should say. I was under 10 minutes. I used my 3D brush. All right. Let me know if you have questions. I am always here. I am happy to give you a tutorial at any time. Just let me know. All right, thanks. Bye.